Calling all beings. Calling all beings.
Can I get a amen?
Yes,
Welcome back to Calling All Beings for our first ever classic rock reaction show. I'm your host, DJ.
and I'm your, oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself. And I'm your co-host, Boston Via.
All right, and we're so happy. We brought my friend back tonight, and then we brought more friends to join him from the Free Karen Reed community. But let me start by introducing my friend, the former heavy metal guitar player who was a whisker away in his South Florida band in the 80s from being signed to a contract. He and I attended JP Taravella High School for 2 years together, became great friends. And what we're going to do tonight is like what we did in our era, what kids did. We got together and we sat and we listened to music. That was what you did. And now in today's era, we listen to music by ourselves with our AirPods on. So It's not a communal thing the way it is. So I'm very happy tonight. Party people, if you would, help me welcome my homeboy, my brother, Hank Edney.
Pleasure to see you again, both of you.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'm so glad you decided to come back. And when I put this out there, there's a friend of ours from Alabama, former school teacher, named Heather Honey. And Heather is somebody who saw fit to take herself from Alabama to Massachusetts to support Karen Reed and the standout warriors there. And now everybody knows her as a result, because there was Jan Sears from Mississippi and her family, and then there was Heather Honey from Alabama. So and she said, you know what? I love music. I want to be on this episode. I was like, Heather, you are in. So if you would please give a Calling All Beings welcome to my homegirl, Heather Honey.
There we go. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, is it not wonderful? Hank, do you love that accent now that you're living in rural Georgia?
Oh yeah, there's no shortage of that around here. It's all good.
Yeah,
and like you told me, you can tell that I'm starting to get one. As much as I try and keep an even keel, I guess it's not working out.
No, I heard him. He lived in Nashville, near Nashville before here, and now he's moved to rural Georgia, and I can hear it, and that's great, man. That's great. He spent enough years in Florida. He wanted to get out of there, and he certainly has. Who's the guitar player in the background, Hank?
Oh, that's Sir Edward.
Oh, the one and only Eddie
Yes.
Van Halen. Oh, we're going to have to hear about Heather growing up in the South and whether Van Halen was a thing. But before we do that, I have another friend, and this is a guy that you kind of want to have on pretty much any episode. Okay. By the way, I did not know, after inviting him on to this rock and roll reaction show today, and he is the host of a show called Canton Chronicle, there in Canton, Massachusetts, where he covers the corruption. He ain't scared of anybody there. I don't care who you are. There's nobody that he's scared of, no matter what their position is in the community or what they carry on their belt. And he said, "Oh, DJ, I wrote a couple of songs. And he asked me first, do I like country? I was like, kind of like old school country. I like Hank Williams type." So he wrote, and when I heard these songs, they are not rated G. They are not rated PG. They would be at least a single X. Nonetheless, they're really cool, and they very much reflect the one and only. You guys know him, love him, and you know him also as the sexiest man in Canton. Put him together for my man, John Como.
First off, I didn't think they were that bad rating wise. And secondly, I've done a lot of more PG songs. The whole, Oh,
Heather, just be prepared that you might, you may have some rosy cheeks when we eventually play John's song.
I did a whole half-hour show on all of my songs one night because I didn't have anything else to do. So I just played my songs and pretended I was you, actually. I took all my inspiration from you, and I DJ'd my own song, like in the old days when you used to watch VH1. And there was a VJ,
That's right, in MTV. I mean, we grew up in that era. What grade were we in, Hank? 8th grade? 8th grade when it started? I think 8th grade.
For what now?
For when MTV started, I believe we were 8th or 9th grade. It could have been 9th grade.
Yeah, it was ninth probably.
Yeah. Or maybe between 8th and 9th, because I remember being at a friend's house who I met in middle school, but I could have already started at Henrik Hudson when I met him. But nonetheless, again, we're going to listen to music tonight in a communal environment as opposed to one other. I want to get their
DJ,
Yes,
DJ,
sir.
you forgot
John.
the disclaimer.
What's the? Oh, look at who's here. What's the
You
disclaimer?
You forgot the disclaimer.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
The mute button disclaimer.
Okay, there is a chance, given what John's consumed, that I will mute his microphone tonight without warning. So I want you all to know that. The rocker chick is here.
I have a habit of just inserting myself.
Yes. And yes, John does need to be muted because waiting his turn is usually not a thing. But we are going
We'll
to
let
want to
him
go
go first.
in.
No.
We'll let John go. That's a good idea.
No, it's just the ADHD in me. I'm like, all right, because if I don't blurt it out, I'm gonna forget it.
I will get Boozy Beauty to come in here and correct you if you get out of hand. We'll get Boozy in here. Or I have Paula's number. I'll be like, Paula, get John under control. Dennis Sweeney is here. I spoke with Dennis today. He said
Dennis is going to tell us all about when the Beatles came off the plane.
John, you should have waited.
Sorry, Dennis. He was supposed to call me back. He never called me back. That's on him.
All right, Dennis, you can confirm whether or not you saw the Beatles walk off the plane. That I think it said BOAC or Pan Am or something like that. All right, so cheers from Nova Scotia. Rocket Chick is here, man.
Hey, Nova Scotia. That's my hometown.
That's right. He's a French-Canadian brother.
Matagan, Comoville, Sunnyvale.
All right, please bring Boozy. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. She's
Boozy's
got her own
invited,
show.
But every time I invite Boozy, John doesn't give her the damn link.
No.
So, and wait, you heard it right here. Dixie, behave. You saw that because she does have handcuffs. And
I don't have my glasses.
None of us want to see you in handcuffs tonight.
I'm not wearing my glasses tonight, so I can't read anything that's on the screen.
Okay, she's telling you behave. All right. We're going to start off with the first song. Not all of these songs will I play all the way through due to their length, but if I've neglected the song in some way, you guys will let me know. And
we should have buzzers we can ring in on. Who knows the
I
song?
was thinking that earlier. I need I got some lipstick. I'll pretend.
Yeah. Oh, I know that song. I know that. That's a country song. I got lipstick on my. Oh.
You must be a fan of David Allan Coe. You know him? I mean,
is that bedtime music? Is that
no? That is what. DJ
that's David Allen Boucher. That's David Allen Boucher.
I'll have to send you a link to David Allan Coe. He's right. What DJ described your music? That's David Allan Coe music.
He's like outlaw biker country.
Yes.
Oh, that's all I listen to while I ride.
That's like, and some of it's like rated X.
Yeah.
There you go. So then he and John are animal spirits.
Yeah.
All right. I want to play this first song for you. I think this was all really, I designed this. This was going to be Hank's. This was going to be Hank's episode, and I invited all of you to join him. Hank, I don't know what you're going to think of this song, or these artists, and I'm going to be interested to hear what John and Heather think as well. Heather, are you a classic rockin' country girl as well?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like what you consider classic rock. I thought about that today. I thought, oh, what if their classic rock isn't my classic rock?
Well, you know what? I think I have something that's going to fit you. But here we go. Let's go with our first one. We'll add this to the stage and let's get it going here.
Thank you. Terry. wish I could sing it to you. Mostly I'm silent, silent. Decide which one I should try to put into words. And did you ever try to put it into words? Beginning, what I want to feel forever. Only the beginning, yeah, yeah. Only the beginning. It's only the beginning. Only the beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got to get to the end of my life. Oh, it's only the beginning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only just a start. It's only just a start. Only just a start. Only the beginning. Edney trombone.
All
There's
right,
backup.
guys. Wow.
That was awesome.
Wow. All right. I want to start. I want to start off with Hank. For obviously, he's the musician among us, and then we'll go around the horn. Please, Hank, your impressions of Chicago live at their apex.
Well, I mean, you can tell there's talent all over that stage. Unfortunately, recordings from back then are about as dynamic as a bad AM radio. That sounds like the cafetorium at your public school. But everything's there. You got really killer harmonies. You got horns. I always could appreciate, being able to implement horns into something that would classify as classic rock. That's not easy. But yeah, tons of talent going on with that.
Terry Kath, who Jimi Hendrix once said after seeing them at the Whiskey, said, "I think this guy might be better than me."
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of him. I remember you turning me on to him. I was, that version of that band I hadn't really been into prior to that.
Yeah, it's really hard because he's not using distortion. He's not trying to take over and show all of his licks, but he showed something that made Jimmy say that. And Jimmy, Terry Kath's children, he was involved in an accidental shooting. Some people will call it a suicide. Some people will call it a shooting. But anyway, the band, as far as I'm concerned, the band died with Terry Kath because they brought in this revolving door of players, and now it doesn't look anything like Chicago. Heather Honey, ma'am, what's your reaction to what you just heard?
Okay, so I had heard of Chicago. I know a few of their songs. That I couldn't tell you, but it was fantastic when you can blend, like you were saying, the guitars, and then you got the horns, the trombone. Oh, it was just like you were just in this peaceful, fluid, just chill session, watching these people enjoy what they're doing and just coming together and just kind of, nice and relaxing, but beautiful at the same time.
And that's kind of what my thoughts are. And before John goes, I just want to say the thing that makes no, John, I just want to say this because this is really all I'm going to say. The reason that the 70s are so unique is because the umbrella, if we make this big umbrella and all these bands are under this umbrella of rock and roll, nothing was off limits. You had heavy bands, and then you had some bands that we're going to see tonight that 100% were being played on the classic rock stations. Hank thinks Zeta 4 back in that era. All these bands were being played, but yeah, and they were considered rock, but they were very much different than some other bands we're going to hear. John, what was your reaction to what you just heard? Peter Cetera, one of the greatest bass players.
First off, I love Chicago. Love them. Okay, they are at the top of the pyramid of the bands that used all the brass. You had other bands like Ides of March, with Vehicle. That's on. Those are like the songs that I absolutely love. I am a '70s guy. I mean, I loved classic rock. I am huge. I worked at a disco, so I mean, I loved disco music. I know everybody hates disco, but there was some great. But there's some great, and they all blended. Like, so, I mean, I was in the high school band for 4 years. We thought we sounded like that. We didn't. Okay, we didn't. We didn't sound like that. Okay, we thought we did. We were lucky. Our fight song, we had Canton Fight. We played Notre Dame. Anytime someone scored, we played the Hail Hail Notre Dame. I mean, but yeah, we were lucky we could do that. But love Chicago. Chicago is just incredible. Yeah, I thought you were actually two things. I thought you weren't going to play the whole song. I'm glad you did. That was one. And there's a couple other Chicago songs that, I mean, who doesn't have Spotify these days? I mean, my Spotify playlist is heavy with 70s rock, country, you name it, Southern rocks, all that kind of stuff. So I'm in for this.
I'm so glad that you guys were, felt like it was as powerful as I did. So I've got another one for you now. Now, this one I'm going to warn you, I can't play the whole thing just because the song will take too long in typical Led Zeppelin fashion. So here it goes. Let's go with this one and see what you guys think of this song right here. Guys, we had to take a quick break because I made a major faux pas. I forgot to ask Boston Bia. Boston Bia, what did you think of Chicago?
Oh,
Because sorry.
She's your co-host.
I know. That's why I stopped the video. and went back.
No, that's
Wow.
Bia had
I
it.
know.
No,
Wow.
absolutely. Hey, come on. You guys are going to get me in trouble. How
Remember
did
when you used to
feel
go
about
like in order around the screen?
right. Right.
Okay, then I'll go Hank, her, me, then you, then Heather Honey. But all right, go ahead, Bia. What did you think about that Chicago song? I know it's different than the Chicago that you normally listen to.
Right. I know. Like my favorite is You're the Inspiration. I love that one. But yes, I mean, the thing is this kind of music isn't what you hear nowadays. To me, I kind of consider this like a soft rock because it's definitely like a slow pace. Like it's, but it's all so authentic. And I just feel like you don't get this now. But that's all I'll say.
All right, we'll go back and I won't forget you next time so I don't get fired. All right, here we go.
Do we have to go back to Zeppelin? I'm just kidding.
Oh, I want to play some of this because just to give you guys a little bit of background. This is 1968. This is in a studio in Denmark. This is one that Led Zeppelin themselves earmarked as a timepiece for them. And it is there's a bunch of kids sitting around that are
Dennis was there.
Be nice to Sweeney. These kids are unaware that this is going to become in about a year to 24 months the biggest rock and roll band in the world, and they don't know that because if they did, you'd need security there. All right, so cabbies, I'm going to skip forward a little bit because this is only 6 minutes in, but I want you to hear.
Oh my God!
Yeah, this is a 12-minute song. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
Like to like 11:50.
Yeah. Let me see. All right, guys. So it goes back into a reprise of that. And so any of you out there, if your child is telling you, I need a kit with 9 drums and 17 cymbals to sound cool, you're just going to bring up this video and say, no, you don't. Exhibit A, look at John Bonham. All right. So Hank, take it away, buddy.
Well, I can only imagine what those people that were there thought. Because again, we know this band already. We know the history and how impressive they already were, and you can't imagine the dynamics of being right in front of them like that. From listening to the version that we have, you hear the instruments just going in and out because the sound gets over compressed. To have been in the presence of all of them, kind of showing what was to come. That had to just been mind blowing. They had to just like try and figure this out for hours after what they just saw.
How difficult is it to create something like that?
It's you see how huge their personalities were as players. Jimmy Page already breaking out the bow. John Bonham, being the gonzo beast. You can see that already. And the platform is not really there in that song as much as it was otherwise. In so many Zeppelin songs, it's like Bonham made the drums like Neil Peart and Rush, like an instrument that was its own thing. It had a life of its own on top of being the rhythm section. And, Robert Plant starting to show what he's going to be capable of. And I've never seen them that far back, that old. Never saw Jimmy Page play that Telecaster. So that was very eye-opening for me.
Thank you so much. Someone just gave us a donation. Oh, Detective Mullins.
Yeah. You better
Thank
stop
you so
that.
much. Thank you so much, Paula. You didn't have to do that, but that is so awesome. Thank you. And thank you for letting John participate. That could have been since they got together in 68, that could have been within 1 year. And again, they would go on to be the biggest touring band in the world. Like people waited online for 48 hours to see Led Zeppelin.
So is there an album version of that song?
Yes, there is.
Right.
I believe it's on Led Zeppelin 1.
Gotcha.
How many records does it take up?
Well, I mean, it's not that long, but it's the live version. You know, that was the thing is, if you saw
That
the
must have
song
been the extended play.
yeah,
Yeah, that was like a Spinal Tap Freeform Jazz Odyssey version.
You're not getting
Yeah.
that record on the back of a Wheaties box, I'll tell you that.
No, I mean, but you also didn't want to. If you went and you
Yeah.
saw Led Zeppelin at that time, there's a movie called The Song Remains the Same. Any of you can rent that movie online and watch their 1976 show at the Madison Square Garden, and it's absolutely wild. But let's get your reaction, my friend.
Well, it's definitely the instruments just play such an important role when you listen to these songs, you know, and it's almost like the singer is like second to just what we listen to. But yeah, no, great. Just so raw.
It is, right? It's very raw, and you
Yep.
can see how powerful a band can be with a very limited setup. Again, a very small drum kit, but if you ask any rock drummer today that was in a big heavy metal band, everybody is going to say John Bonham. You literally can't do even a top 5 list, never mind top 10, without him being either number 1 or one of like the top 3. But please, John, what did you think, sir?
I'll pass on this one.
You didn't like-
you know,
you don't like their
truth be
music, you don't
told,
like their music,
truth be
yeah.
told, they're not one of my more favorite bands. You know, everybody's got different tastes, and Zeppelin, the two that I really I don't, you know, buddies of mine's that would just constantly play would be Zeppelin and the Doors, and some of them you know.
Yeah.
They would play this one album, and you know, and they
just wore it
mushrooms and
out.
get high, and I'm just like, dude, I can only, you know, this is the end, my only friend. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear that anymore. Okay, I'm done. So some of these, no. So go ahead, I'll pass on this one.
I tell Heather, I tell people that I am not a Pink Floyd
Same thing, Dark Side of the
fan,
Moon. No,
but they are a Hall
Yeah.
of Fame band.
Yeah.
Without any, if you argue,
Absolutely.
and I'm, you know, because people will tell me, oh, DJ, you like U2, they're not a Hall of Fame band. It's like, you're a moron. They're a Hall of Fame band. Okay, you may not like them, but
Right.
that doesn't, like, I don't like Pink Floyd, but they are obviously amazing.
so
Heather,
that's 3 for me. Those are the 3. Sorry, Doors, Floyd.
Okay, we
and
don't have
Zeppelin.
any Doors tonight and no Floyd,
Good.
so this is good.
All right, good.
Heather, honey, what did you think, my friend?
I'm with John, so don't hate. But
Okay.
no, I'm not. No, I
How do you
mean,
feel?
like
Okay,
I remember
that's
being
okay.
in school and friends having, you know, the Led Zeppelin T-shirts, and they would go and, you know, and party. I wasn't a partier, and they'd go do their, you know, whatever they did. But it just, even just listening to that right there, it was long in the beginning. Like I was like,
It's very long.
yes, and
It's not George Strait or George Jones, okay?
well, I'm not a big country person. Why? Just because I live in Alabama. But
Yeah.
I would, my truth is I'd love to be a rocker chick singer. But anyways, okay. So and I was in the band for 4 years too.
Another
I
one.
I played
Awesome.
I played alto saxophone. So the beginning I got bored. I was ready for them to get ramped up. So I'm glad you know, forward it, because I was getting lost, because I felt like I just felt like it was just all over the place. But this is just me just sharing how I feel.
So-
If you love it, that's great. And I'm glad they had the passion to do that. And I think somebody in the chat mentioned about how British bands got had that blues sound, which I love.
Everybody did.
Yes,
Cream, the Stones, the
Yeah.
Beatles. Everybody listened to
Yes.
blues from the South. Everybody was
Right. So
inspired by those black artists from the Mississippi Delta.
Right. I loved the blues part because I compete in dancing, and West Coast swing is my favorite. And so blues and West Coast swing go together. So I really enjoyed listening to the blues part, but they really lost me. It was like they were going to go, and I was going to go, yes. And
Well,
then it was like,
let me explain a little something about that. So one of Jimmy Page is basically the leader of this band. He was the biggest musician at the time when the band was formed. And Jimmy Page said that he believes in dark and light, or light and shade. So he would want to bring you up and then bring you down. And then bring you up again and bring you down and have you on a sine wave, which is basically how we do Calling All Beings. We're really serious. We'll joke around. We'll get really serious. We'll joke around again. And that electrical sine wave. But there is no band that is for everyone.
Right.
But basically, hopefully you heard a lot of power and a lot of talent at each. They're basically, you had an all-star at each position. An all-star drummer, who's one of the best of all time. An all-star bass player. A guitar player that every single guitarist would see Jimmy's moves, how he moved his head, the way his hair was, and people emulated that. And we could name a dozen guitar players that said that. But all that said doesn't mean you need to like the band. But hopefully,
DJ,
yes, sir.
Everything you said is spot on. The problem is in the rest of us, other than you, grew up in the age of radio, in which you have to be able to do that in 3 minutes. All right.
No, I get it, and all that is you don't. Well, first of all, Hank grew up when I did because he was my classmate. But second of all, you don't have to appreciate that music. There's no requirement to like a band.
I didn't say it wasn't good.
Yeah,
they're great.
Oh.
Just
No, but I think the point he's trying to make is that you're throwing these jams at us, so you can both of those songs were the long extended versions.
correct.
So I think that's what he's getting at. I mean, that the tempo and the intensity of that Zeppelin tune, it was all over the place.
That's
Because it was live. Because that was live.
It was live, and I wanted to take you back to the beginning before they really became the Led Zeppelin with the beautiful costumes that they wore and that Madison Square Garden thing. But nonetheless, we're going to move on. So we've.
Can I add one thing?
Please, yeah.
The best comment that I saw come through on the first song was, "Those bangs are better than Judge Beverly's bangs."
Judge Bev Canoni. Love that.
We got to always
Chicago
tie
had
it into
bangs.
Free Karen Reed.
Yes.
Of course. All right, here we go. Let's go with this one. See what you guys think of this.
Oh.
When I think of those East End lights, muggy nights, the curtains drawn in the little room downstairs. Prima donna, Lord, you really should have been there, sitting like a princess perched in her electric chair. And it's one more beer, and I don't hear you anymore. We've all gone crazy lately. My friends out there rolling round the basement floor. Oh, and someone saved my life tonight, Sugar Bear. You almost had your hooks in me, didn't you, dear? You nearly had me roped and tied. All about, hypnotized, sweet freedom whispered in my ear, you're a butterfly, and butterflies are free to fly, fly away, hide away, bye bye. Ooh. I never realized the passing hours of evening showers, a footnoose hanging in my darkest dream. I'm strangled by a haunted social scene. I'm just a pawn outplayed by a dominating queen. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Damn it, listen to me good. I'm sleeping by myself tonight, saved in time. Thank God my music's still alive. Oh,
All right, team. That is Elton John unaccompanied. What did you guys think of that one? Hank, Elton John, no accompaniment, no guitar, no drums, no bass, just that voice and that piano.
Yeah. So full disclaimer for me, was never really an Elton John fan. The talent is obvious. Killer songwriter. But this reminds me of a conversation you and I had about live material.
Mm-hmm.
And you were wanting to hear live albums that you felt were polished, and you didn't appreciate that. And I think that's the theme with all these selections that you've picked, is you hear the raw.
Yes.
It's just, it is what it is. And that song reminded me of the studio version, which I really appreciated, with all the killer harmonies, even if he's only harmonizing himself.
Yeah.
It sounds
no
so awesome. So like, if you're a big fan, then you're going to like that stripped down version like that one there. I get that. But for me, that was just making me want to hear the way that he decided he wanted to do it in the studio.
That's really interesting that you say that. Now, ultimately, when you look at it and we go back to the days of Ludwig van Beethoven, Bach, all these artists, there was no recordings. So if you could not present your material live in a hall, in an opera house, in front of an audience, then you're dead. I mean, if you needed something to polish that, then you weren't good. Nobody was going to come see you. And as we talked about recently, I think we talked about on the previous episode, Beethoven's father took him touring as a young teenager. I'm talking 13, all over Europe to play because he was so incredible. So that's the context, and you hit it right on the money. Boston Bia, the voice of Elton John.
I'm going to just say beautiful and simple. He just, again, same thing. He's raw, but he's just has such a beautiful tone, and he doesn't need any backup singers. He is just the powerhouse.
It's the voice was incomparable. There wasn't anybody in 70s rock. And again, this guy was all over the rock stations, whether it be WPLJ that eventually Howard Stern was on up in New York, or I don't know what the Boston station was. John would know. And then Zeta 4 down there in Florida. That Elton John, I mean, that voice was incomparable. John, what were your thoughts?
No, it's not my turn. It's Heather's.
No, okay. I said it's yours. I just went, musclehead.
Again, so I don't know if it was 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. We had an English teacher that had us read a short story called The Rocket Man. Mm-hmm. And after we finished with the short story, she played us on a record, Rocket Man. So that was like the very first time, going into Elton John that I remember. I mean, there's other songs that I prefer over the one that we just listened to. But that's, once again, that's just preference,
Well, Tiny Dan. I was going between Tiny Dancer and
Tiny
this
Dancer,
one.
yeah.
Tiny Dancer is amazing.
Crocodile Rock. There's a whole bunch that of Elton. I mean, he's an amazing performer. I mean, amazing performer.
Yeah, the voice. I mean, this is what.
Also, so I think it literally is going to be a preference thing with a lot of people. My Spotify, I have different playlists for everything I'm doing. If I'm going to go on my motorcycle ride, I have a playlist for the ride. When I come home from work, on my way to work, I have certain songs because I can go 85, 80, 85 up the highway, on my motorcycle or in my car, whatever. But on the way home, it's jam-packed and it's, 25, 30, and I got to listen to more relaxing music. And then, same thing, hockey, when we play hockey, we're always playing stuff in the locker room. So it's a preference thing of what kind of, what are you in the mood to listen to? Yeah, this one's amazing. Amazing. Mm-hmm.
Seamstress for the band.
Yeah, this is on my Spotify.
Pretty eye, pirate smile. You marry a music man. Ballerina,
I'm just gonna stop it right there. You don't need to hear any more of it. There is no peer. There is no peer in 70s rock for that voice. There's just nobody like that. Heather.
No, I had not heard that one by him, but and yeah, Tiny Dancer, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, is some of my favorites by him. But one thing that I like about him and some of the singers that I personally feel are great singers is you don't have to see a video, you just hear their voice and you're like, that's Elton John. That's and he's consistent because he sounds there to me like he would now. I mean, very consistent. And yeah, that's the other thing. Hearing it live, like if you would like back when we had our cassette tapes and listening over and over and over. And if I went to a concert and they didn't sound like that tape, then I was disappointed. Then they weren't the true artists that I thought they were.
And that's
Heather,
what
that
you
just happened to me a couple weeks ago. I went to AC/DC.
No.
I did at Foxborough. Geez, when was it? It was a couple weeks ago. It was the last time they were at Foxborough. It wasn't too long ago. And I was so upset that he didn't sound like I get it. I get it. He's older.
Yeah.
But he was missing some of the words to some of the best songs, like songs that you don't think you would miss the words to. And if it wasn't for Angus, like literally Angus saved the whole show. Wow. Everything about it. But I was there for the songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That stinks. They're like one of my go-to, like getting, like you were talking about, like getting pumped up before, like going out. I throw on AC/DC, or if I've got to drive, a good bit and just stay awake and just jam out. Yeah, that's one of my go-tos is AC/DC. For those in the chat that were saying asleep at the wheel, no, I do not listen to. I know who they are, but no, that is not
the traveling Wilburys.
Oh, look at this!
So
Love Heather's accent.
Lemonade and cinnamon. I saw that.
As does everybody. I agree with you. I got to see AC/DC once.
Wow.
Probably same when Hank saw them at the Sportatorium with Brian Johnson, but yeah, not as good as Bon Scott. Bon Scott wasn't playing a role. He lived that life. I mean, he was that guy. So that's all I got to say about that. I have another cut for you now that we've got through this. I want to see what you guys think of this one. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is powerful. It's fast. And we'll see what you think of it. And I've got a myriad of things to play tonight. So here we go.
Let's hear you. Yo!
right, guys. I think we got a pretty good taste of that. Very powerful. So I say this to people who say you need more people to fill out your sound. Oh, Nirvana needed Pat Smear because the three of them weren't enough. Have you ever heard of Rush? Have you ever heard of Triumph? Have you ever
Love
heard
Triumph.
of Cream? Have you ever heard of a band called The Police? Hank?
Well, it depends what you're trying to convey as a band, and for the Police or like U2. I mean, it's very simplistic. They've covered all the bases because everyone there has plenty of talent. Stuart Copeland, Sting is a bass player. Got to respect that dude. Always playing a fretless, not easy at all. Andy Summers. So if they can portray what they do best in the studio live without anybody else, then so be it. I mean, if you need somebody to fill it in and make it sound proper live, whatever. As long as it sounds proper, but it's not necessary. There's enough talent going on there that three people can get it done.
Look at Thomas T. You're providing amazing commentary, so thank you for educating us on the history of rock and roll, because clearly you know a lot. Oh, and I have an autograph from Rick Emmett. Rick Emmett from Triumph, and another amazing, underappreciated, underplayed three-piece band. I know you like Triumph, Hank, but what did you think of? So the power of that band. But did you think thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways? Maybe. What did you think?
The Police?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a band now. Seeing them live like that, I wish I would have seen them live back then. I didn't have the ability to appreciate them. I knew what they played on the radio, not much beyond that. I could appreciate those songs. Probably doesn't encapsulate all that they're capable of. But, yeah, with that amount of skill on the stage, I can always appreciate that.
When you see Stuart Copeland, I'm here to say, although
that guy on drums, man.
Oh my God, that is my. So I am a fake kind of amateur. I'm not even a drummer, but I can play the drum. That is my favorite drummer of all time, right there. But Bia, what did you think of that band live's performance?
Well, I definitely like the faster beat. So I definitely. And you can see that where in the beginning, the ones we did was like, it was more of the band taking over, whereas this was more of well balanced. Like you can hear the song, which obviously it's the style, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one. Beautiful voice. And yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty, it's very fast, very powerful, very technical. Stuart Copeland, there is no way he doesn't have to have those drum heads replaced after each concert. It's just no way, right, Hank? They would.
He's like a Bonham. He's a different kind of John Bonham with the intensity.
He is, and I heard he was very gratified that Jason Bonham said, "My dad liked you," or something like that, because they had just come out. So, John Camo, what did you think of that cut from The Police?
Okay, I like the song. I like the Police. I like Sting. I like who was it that came after him?
No. For what he doesn't like. Okay.
No, I wasn't gonna say what he doesn't like. First, I do have two questions because when you asked me today, you didn't give me the whole laydown, of what was going to go on tonight. So I kind of feel like. Yeah, like those videos where they put the headphones on the kids and they have them listen to music for the first time and get their reactions.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay,
You've got
all right. That's how I feel it.
That's it.
Because are all the cuts going to be the live cuts of all the? Okay,
they're not all. I have a couple.
Well, no, because there's a difference. No. Because
there is.
Because there's a difference between live cuts and the stuff that they do that they'll put out on the radios or Spotify. Not that I don't like live cuts. There's a lot of songs that I like live cuts on. It's just I'm just curious Okay, that's all.
I have a Boston band coming up
because it's so hard to judge on a live cut versus another cut.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I had a Boston band coming up next, but I'm not going to play that one. I'm going to play you a 3-minute song that I'm fairly sure no one here other than Hank has heard. So, but before we do that, before we get to that one, let me get the.
Because I have one for you.
Let me get to. Well, I know we got your extra.
No. A lot. No. It's a lot. No, it's a live one that I think everybody knows who it is, but I think it's one of the most incredible like jam sessions of all time of who he brings on stage with him. You know, I wish we had talked before because, you know, I'm sure
Well, I'll
you'd
tell you
be.
what, this isn't the last one I'm going to do. This is the
Yeah.
first one, but we're going to do more because
Yeah.
there's a lot of freaking music out there.
Yeah,
Edna,
yeah.
honey, what did you think of that there with the police?
Kind of like, you know, I can't even say what I want to say. It's kind of like, no, I'm not going to say bad. No, it's a song by them that I'd not heard before. And it was one like, okay, now I enjoyed it, but probably back then it would not have been one of my favorites. Does that make sense?
Yes, but now,
Because, you know, as you change as, you know, and get older, you appreciate things more.
Oh, yeah.
Or think things that, you know, weren't, you know, you wouldn't have enjoyed. So
absolutely. I couldn't understand what was awesome about the Beatles until I got older and started listening to what other musicians would say about them and then look for those cues. Like Stuart Copeland, who you just saw destroy that drum set. I've heard him interviewed about Ringo Starr, and he goes, you people don't understand. Ringo Starr is a god on the drums. He's a genius. And you're listening to the two, but you don't necessarily know the cues, what to look for. Now I know a little bit more about what I'm looking for when I listen to Ringo Starr. That said, I'm going to play a different song for you guys. We're going to take it down. We were up with the police. We're going to come down a little bit with a very obscure song. Let us bring this on up on the stage. Here we go.
I hear you are singing a song of the past. I see no tears. I know that you know it may be the last for many years. You'd gamble or give anything to be in with the better half. But how many friends must I have to begin with to make you laugh? Will you still have a song to sing when the razor boy comes and takes your fancy things away? Will you still be singing it on that cold and windy day? You know that the coming is so close at hand. You feel alright. I guess only women in cages can stand this kind of night. I guess only women in cages can play down the things they lose. You think no tomorrow will come when you lay down. You can't refuse.
All right, guys. What did you think? Steely Dan, Razor Boy. There's only like another minute left, but in the interest of time, what
Thank
did
God.
you think of that, Hank? Had you ever
You
heard
are
that song?
going deep, dude. We all need some scuba gear for this set list
Yeah.
here.
Well, I
You're-
wanted to take you out of your
He's in the
comfort zone.
mud.
Well, yeah. I mean, you between this and like the Chicago tune and Police, it's like you've grabbed all the bands that the music snobs that stand in the back of the clubs with their arms folded listen to, like that. You know,
That's
Deep
cold, man.
cuts.
That's cold. That's cold, man. What'd you think of it?
well, again, it's another band where I don't think you have to be a musician to appreciate the talent that goes into Steely Dan. But for the style of the music, it's more like Elton John for me, or very old Chicago. I wasn't a fan of the style, but I can appreciate the skill that's involved in getting that done.
Okay, so so he can appreciate the musicianship. Bia, this is a band from upstate New York. It was kind of like kids that met at those State University of New York
That's why.
SUNY schools that started playing in the Catskills and
SUNY.
so forth. They're basically New York City kids. Walter
Mullins went to
Becker
SUNY.
and Donald Fagen. So we're gonna have to mute. He's huffing and puffing over there.
No, I said Mullins. Detective Mullins went to SUNY, so
Detective.
I can see why. I can see why she likes them.
Go ahead, Bia.
I never heard of that band, never heard that song. Yeah,
I'll be reeling
voice.
in the years, throwing away the time.
Oh, that was
Okay.
when Clinton won.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
All right. Well,
Uh,
maybe I have heard of the band, maybe just not
Yeah.
the song.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there's-
no, I mean, again, beautiful voice, but definitely you brought us down.
Oh, well, well, boy,
Thanks, Bia.
I'd love you
I
guys
was-
to just hold your applause.
I
the
want
end
him to make
here.
us dance. I want to be sitting here
Yeah.
popping my head.
Don't
Make it happen.
sugarcoat it, Bia. Don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I want to dance.
Saturday night.
What you're seeing right now, this is not the live cut. You're hearing the audio track with the live video.
So you should have played this one.
Well, I wanted to try to play one you hadn't heard yet. There's Walter Becker right here, co-creator, co-founder, and there's Donald Fagen, co-founder.
Your everlasting summer, you can see it fading fast. So you grab a piece of something that you think is gonna last. Well, you wouldn't even know a diamond if you held it in your hand. The things you think are precious, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years? Stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years? Stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
All right, team. I just wanted to give you something to redeem myself.
Well,
with
that's more
Steely Dan.
soft rock. Isn't
I
that more
just-
soft rock?
Oh, I've got.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
more
something-
soft rock. If you're not doing devil horns, that's rock. You know.
I got Mo for you. I just
You
want
got
to
any of
tell
that?
you. I want to tell you guys something about Steely Dan that I don't think you know. There's a song called "Peg," from the famous Steely Dan album called Aja, AJA, and in that guitar solo for "Peg," I'm going to tell you, they interviewed 35 different guitar players till they found one to do the guitar solo in "Peg," and they had no problem spending 4 years to make an album. So they were very, very exacting on everything. They're not a great live band.
No,
to be honest with you.
Sarm.
So there you go. All right, let's.
And I stand corrected. I do know the band. I just didn't know the other song.
Yeah. No, I figured that you would know. Now I want to play something.
Wait. Heather didn't get to
Oh,
comment on
no.
Steely
Oh,
Dan.
did you not? I'm sorry if you didn't comment on Steely
No,
Dan.
I
Go
didn't.
ahead.
Okay, well now. Thank you.
Apologize, please.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Yacht Rock.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, I knew Steely Dan, but I knew the name of the band, but could I say, oh, they sing so and so?
Hi,
No.
Lulu Bell. Go ahead.
Hi, Lulu Bell.
Yeah.
But anyways, and yes, I like Reeling in the Years, but the one before, it made me think of grocery store music.
Yep.
Elevator.
Elevator
I was
music.
just sitting there going, oh my goodness.
The third
And that's
floor.
how, because to me, music is like time traveling for me. You know, as soon as I hear a song, I think
You
of,
go to that time.
you're right. And
Yeah.
so when I heard that first song, that's immediately, I thought of being in the grocery store with my mom, you know. Yeah. So. But I mean, it was good. It was just, it was mellow.
I want to open everybody's mind, but I'll tell you what, this next cut
You
is
need to
not
bring us
gonna
up, DJ.
open your
Come
mind.
on, DJ.
It's awesome. Here we go.
What do you want called the first time?
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Oh, we just saw them. I just saw them. About time, DJ.
Thank you.
Oh, Hank's excited now. Oh, yeah, baby. He's like, that's me, baby.
Yeah.
I would climb any mountain, sail across the stormy sea. That's what it takes me, baby, now, to show how much you mean to me. I guess it's just the woman in you brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time. I have waited a lifetime. Spend my time so foolishly. Now that I've found you, together we'll make history. And I know it must be the woman in you, bring out the man in me. I know I can't help myself, but all my eyes can see. Feels like the first time, like it never did before. Feels like the first time, like we've opened up the door. Feels like the first time, like it never will again. Open up the door. Open up the door. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
Yeah. Woo!
That's what's up.
Oh, Hank, take it away, brother.
Hey, I put a lot of miles on Foreigner. That was back before. I mean, back when those albums came out, it's like you just would grab at anything that had a little bit of guitar domination in it. If that's where you were going, you wanted to play. And Foreigner filled that void, definitely. More with Double Vision and Head Games. That was another great Foreigner album. Yeah, solid album all the way through. But yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Dig it. Bia, what did you think of that live cut of Foreigner?
I liked it. Yeah, I mean,
Did it
Yeah.
feel like the first time? It
Perhaps.
feels like the first time. Johnny,
Saw them with Styx last year. Oh, incredible! Love them. I love them live. They both them and Styx were great. Yeah, total Foreigner fan. About time you started really bringing us back. I mean,
well, John, I brought you to critique me and keep me in line. Oh, look who's here, my homie from Dean College, Leanne Bravo, allegedly LB, Dean College. Who? I'll see you soon, Leanne. We're gonna go up to Dean. What's up, man? We're gonna do the damn thing.
just had to warm us up. You just had to put an opening act on first, and now you're really bringing the the good stuff.
I've got more
Hopefully.
for you. I'm
All right.
Yeah, it's like the hors d'oeuvres. Maybe you didn't like the hors d'oeuvres, but the main course you like. Or the status, as they say in England. What did you think, Heather, of Feels Like the First Time Live?
Gave me the chills, and I was like, okay, here we are. This is what I was waiting for. Yeah, the guitar just really and then you hear the drums are kicking in, and you're listening to it, and then the dynamic change of, we're going all in, and then we're softening up, and just
It's beautiful.
I'm chills talking about it. It's
beautiful.
fantastic.
Well, hopefully we aim to give you more chills last night. Now we're coming with a band out of Boston. We are a Boston-based show. And by the way, this is the first Cab Rock and Roll reaction show. If you would like to call in and give your opinions and pick on me like John is, the number is 71.
You didn't give me the set list. You should have given me the set list.
I'm going to prove it next time.
I know.
719. No. Hey, you know what? 719-602-4464. And you know what? It's always good to get out of your comfort zone, and everybody's done.
My guess is he didn't give any of you guys the set list either.
No.
No. Because we all would have been like, you crazy?
I don't know what's happening here. All right,
I wanted him to pour some sugar on me. I'm still waiting.
Some Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses, whatever. No. Oh, this is the chorus. Okay.
Somebody's got to wake up Mullins. She loves the cars.
I can't do this one much longer, expecting to survive. Fancy evening right now is just waiting to arrive. It's such a wavy night, and you slip into insane. Let's get into rock and roll. I hear what you're playing. It's an empty star. Always a smart guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, my love. Bye, my love. Bye, my love. Bye, my love. Substitution, mass confusion, held inside your head. Fogging all my energies until you visited. With your eyes porcelain and blue, you suck me into sense. Think you're so illustrious, you call yourself intense. It's an empty sky. Always a smart guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, my love. Bye, my love. Bye, my love. Bye, my Substitution, mass confusion, held inside your head. We're pouring all my energies until you visited. With your eyes porcelain and blue, you shock me into sense. You make me so illustrious, you call yourself intense. It's an empty sky. Always there's some other guy. It's just a broken lullaby. Bye, my love.
Oh my
Dennis saw those guys live too.
Oh my God. What? I mean, guys, well, I want to just get to the notion real quick first of all, if you want to call in, you see the number there, 719-602-4464. I'm going to turn my volume down now. Test, that's a little better. Okay. The only reason I turn it up is when the music's on for the audience to be able to hear the full sound. These are the 1%ers. You just saw Benjamin Orr, the late Benjamin Orr, who passed away. Hank actually is the one that told me a little bit more about him. I didn't even remember the guy's name. But you see that 1% talent that can play the bass and sing at that level. is just they're the 1% of the people that play music. We have 3 musicians on the show. You know, both Dixie and Heather played in high school, but these guys are the 1% of the 1%. Hank, take it away with the cars.
Well, again, that's your theme for tonight. You've got the players, bands like Chicago and Sting, or the Police, Zeppelin for the most part. Again, Elliot Easton, that's the guitar player's guitar player. He doesn't really get to shine in the format of the Cars, but, there's times where you can tell if you don't already know. But, again, the dynamics of what makes some of these songs so good is lost to the fact that, live recordings back then just could not deliver what's going on there. So, like for you already know that song, all these songs, the version the band wanted you to hear. So when you go back and you listen to these versions, you can still appreciate them. But for people that don't know these songs, it's missing. There's more to it there. So, it gets lost with the live on it, but it's solid band, solid song.
Oh, my goodness, the drummer, Rick Ocasek on the guitar, and then there's the other guitar player. I feel like Rick Ocasek's the rhythm guitar player in the band.
Yeah, Elliot Easton did when there was solos. He's the other guitar player.
Yeah, so
the lefty. Yeah,
and Benjamin is playing bass and singing, right?
Yeah, and that was a good contrast that they had, almost different vibes. If Rick Ocasek was singing, that was one kind of car song. If Benjamin Orr was singing, it was a different one a little bit.
Unbelievable. Bia, what were your thoughts on the Kaz live?
Good. I didn't realize they were from Boston, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yep,
yeah,
they are. Johnny.
Yeah, I didn't know.
2 quick things. The first one is I'm not gonna say I actually got Mullins a record for the Cars because I know Mullins loves the Cars, and she has a deep track. It's probably one of the first songs they ever did with like 22 different musical instruments, and it's a crazy track. And the second thing, Mullins, I only have one Pricks Insider left down here, so could you get on that, please, Mullins? So otherwise, and the fact that she literally said she was going to marry one of the Cars guys over me while she's in the text there, so how can I say anything bad about the guys?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of us that a lot of our girlfriends and wives would have married these guys as well. So you're in a good club. Heather, what did you think of that live cut from the Cars?
Okay, that was awesome for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because growing up, when I think of Cars, I think of Rick being the lead singer. So I didn't even know this Benjamin sorry.
Orr, yep.
Yes, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I really didn't know his name. But anyways, I thought he was excellent. I enjoyed that. Like I was sitting here thinking that is something that if I heard it somewhere, I'd probably Shazam and go, oh, this is pretty good. Let me add it to my playlist,
And
so that was good.
I'll send you one. I have one where the focus is really on Ben Orr in this other live version, and you're connecting with him facially, and the vocals are a little better. I chose that one because it's a little bit more raw. That's why I chose that one. It's a little more band-centric, but I have another version that is still live, but it's more focused on Ben's vocals, and I'm just blown away.
Yeah.
I got another one here for you, so let's see what you guys think.
No way.
Before we get heavy metal on you guys, because I know Hank is waiting for the metal.
It's not just Hank.
And can I just add the second best comment is that Jen McCabe hair.
I saw that.
I said my comment back thinking was Jen wished her hair looked as good as Ben Orr, but here we go.
About time.
Grand Ole Opry.
Prediction: everyone's gonna love this one.
Gonna take a freight train down at the station now. I don't care where it goes. I'm gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain, Lord. I'll jump off, ain't nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, oh, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, oh, she been doing to me? I'm gonna find me a hole in the wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and out. Better now. Oh, mean old woman, Lord. Never told me goodbye. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, oh, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see?
I think we got a really good taste of one of the architects of Southern rock, the Marshall Tucker Band live. Hank, had you heard that one? What did you think of that?
I've not heard that live version. I've heard that, to be honest, I've heard that song more than I ever cared to on the radio. That's one that the radio would beat into the
Right
ground.
up. Yeah.
You know, and when it comes to Southern rock, I'm looking more for the getting after it, the Skinner, the Molly Hatchet, Blackfoot kind of guitar dominated stuff. That reminds me of that kind of that 60s era vibe of that song going on. So I'll take it or leave it.
All right. Bia, a little bit of countrified rock.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. You picked it up a little bit. No, good, a little bit. Yeah, I wonder if you figured out what that woman did to him. I'll pass it to Johnny.
Oh no! This is probably the first time we disagree. I like that stuff, right? But same thing though. I like Molly Hatchet and Train, Southern rock. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the Southern rock. Maybe it was so. You might have thought it was overplayed, but it's still a great song, and it's still there's still a great band. It's just that that's the back roads cruising on your bike, windy roads. You know what I mean? It's just like
He's a motorcycle rider.
Yes.
I'm going to defend Hank's position in this way. There are a lot of those cuts on Led Zeppelin 4 that were the studio version was overplayed so much people can't listen to it. So I think that's what he's getting at.
It's in that vein for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Heather, honey, what was your thoughts, ma'am?
Well,
Marshall Tucker Band.
I actually saw them in concert. They opened up for Travis Tritt, a country concert I actually went to. But anyways, I remember, this was in the early 90s, I guess. And because I was like, who's this band? Okay. And then I was like, oh, well, they're pretty good. So again, it's one of those bands where back then it was like, okay. Now it's like I can truly appreciate. Like I loved hearing the flute. I liked that live version because you get that flute I don't know. I like when a rock band can take an instrument like that and interweave it into a rock style song. So to me, Southern rock, I guess, because growing up around it, it's not my favorite, but I do like Marshall Tucker Band. So
and with the flute, there's so few. I mean, Jethro Tull with Ian Anderson playing the electric flute, that was all the rage, man, in the early to mid 70s. So it's really, really cool when people can weave that in there.
DJ, you know what's an underrated instrument?
What's that?
Cowbell.
I know. If we play some Fleetwood Mac tonight, we're going to hear it.
You always need some more cowbell.
Let's get this one going on here because I think I know someone that's going to like this one. All right.
I'm waiting in my cold cell.
Oh, here we go.
When the bell begins to chime.
Oh, here we go. Thomas T's the guitar player.
Reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't have much time. 'Cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows pole.
Here it comes.
The sands of time for me are running low.
Now he's going to carry this for about a minute.
When the priest comes to read me the last night, take a look through the bars of the last night of a world that has gone very wrong to me. Can it be that there's some sort of error? Understand the surmounting terror? Is it really the end of some crazy dream? Somebody please come in down and dreaming. It's not easy to stop from screaming. The words escape me when I try to speak. Can't believe why am I crying? After all, I'm not afraid of dying. Could I believe that there never is a day? If the guy flies out to the culture, somebody cries from the cell, tell me with you. If there's a God, why does he let me go? As I walk my life just before me, I know the end is near, I'm not sorry. Get so soul, 'cause it's ready to fly away. Mark my words, believe my soul lives on, don't worry now. But I have gone down behind to see the truth. When you know that your time is close, and baby then to begin to
God, I could listen to that for the next hour. Oh my God. Oh my God. Iron Maiden, one of the widely accepted as one of the greatest bass players in rock in the last, I don't know, 40 years. Probably Steve Harris. Dave, what's his name? Dave, the lead, because they're two lead guitar
Dave
players.
Murray.
Dave Murray. Amazing lead guitar player. You could just hear that. That drummer is not the drummer that you and I saw. That's not Nico, right?
No, we didn't get to see Clive Burr, unfortunately. They toured the States on that album. That's the Number of the Beast tour. But I don't. You were in South Florida, what, 84?
Yes.
Were you there by then?
Yeah, you and I mean, we saw Maiden with Nico, the Peace of Mind tour.
Right. Because they actually toured with Judas Priest.
You guys saw Maiden in '84?
Oh my God, no, I didn't see that tour.
Oh.
I didn't see him with Judas.
I was gonna say,
saw
you guys
Judas
are old.
Priest with the Scorpions.
Oh, without a doubt.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Like '84, I was still in grade school in '84.
Yeah. We know what black and white TV is.
Yeah, we had black and white.
Yeah, I turned the channels on my TV too.
Yeah.
But just an amazing band. An operatic trained singer. Bruce Dickinson is like an operatic singer. All those bands after that, Pantera, all those speed metal bands, they came after Maiden. Their influence was Iron Maiden. That was probably my favorite band for a couple of years. But Hank, you might have more commentary. Go ahead.
Well, that was the awakening right there. I mean, and that was like the birth of MTV. And you'd sit there for hours just waiting to maybe see Run to the Hills or Number of the Beast or Breaking the Law. I mean, they called it the what was it? The British new wave of British metal. And at the forefront was Maiden and Priest. And
Yes.
that was it. That for the time, that was as heavy as it got. And like what I was saying about Loving Foreigner back in the day, when the songs would have some hard, heavy guitar. That's what you were hoping music would get to. And then when it got there, you were like, yes, more of that.
Yeah, I mean, we wore that out, man. We wore those records out. They had some of the albums that had the colored, where like Eddie would be part of. We wore those.
Oh, great album artwork. Yeah, I mean, they capitalized on that too, because that was back when album artwork could possibly sell as much as the music, because you didn't have the internet back then. If you were not reading like hardcore music trades, like you didn't get Kerrang coming out of Europe, you might not know that much about them. But if you're into the things that heavy metal was giving you, and you saw an Iron Maiden album cover, you're going to buy that, even if you don't know what it sounds like.
They actually they revolutionized the liner notes. Everybody started copying how they were thanking all these different people in the liner notes, and we got to know the names of all these people in the in Iron Maiden. Because before that, you wouldn't even a couple very specific people that wrote or produced or composed the song, and that was it. Now they were filling up the liner notes, all this inside baseball stuff. Iron Maiden did all of that. Bia, heavy metal.
Yes, heavy metal, and you notice how much faster they're singing. So
Yep.
it's like that's one of the biggest things that I noticed as you moved on to this song. Yeah, I mean, definitely faster beat. Actually, I shouldn't say faster beat, faster singing, but still you get to hear all the instruments just the same.
Cool, right? Very cool. Everybody great at their instrument, an amazing singer. This was a complete band. Judas Priest was not. I got news for everybody. I'm sorry out there. Judas Priest as a band did not have the players that Iron Maiden had. That was their
songwriting formula. They were like the Stones, where like the rhythm section is in the background. Priest, they wanted you paying attention to the singer and the guitar players, and they wrote that way. But Iron Maiden, that's Steve Harris's band. He wrote the lyrics for all of the songs for the longest time. Yeah, it was a couple of albums in with Bruce Dickinson before Dickinson started writing his own lyrics. And you hear how out front the bass is. It's like the bass is the main instrument in Maiden. It's like the guitars rarely are, metal is dominated by guitar and drums for the most part, with the bass usually just trying to keep up and doubling what the guitar's doing. but that bass is way out front with Steve Harris.
Ridiculous bass player. John.
That band is outside my pay grade. I love the song. Okay. I don't know enough about Iron Maiden. I'm more, ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, but that song was incredible. I love it. I would have gone through I would have sweated through 3 T-shirts if I was at that friggin' at that concert. I would have had to go buy 3 more T-shirts because I'm a fat pig, so I'd be sweating, going crazy.
100%, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
But it was
Bruce is
amazing.
not the original singer. Paul Di'Anno, that recently passed. We know that he was the original singer because Hank and I were very much into that band, and he probably discovered them before me. But I remember us talking about everything Iron Maiden. It was a cool band to like, and if you were a kid in the 70s, now granted, I was a child in the 70s, not a teenager. Teenagers, it was cool to like Led Zeppelin in the 70s. Well, in the 80s, it was cool to like Iron Maiden, and with good reason. Heather, what did you think of that?
Another one of those where I'm at high school, and somebody's floating around with a T-shirt on. I don't know enough about either. And it was usually like, everybody had their clique, so we had our headbangers.
Sure.
And that's what I would see. They have those shirts on.
The patches. They had those patches on their vests.
Oh. Yes, or they'd have like blue jean jackets with
patches.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I want one now. Like I want with all my bands on it because it's going to remind me of that time in the 80s. In fact, I'm going to make one. All right, we're going to play another classic cut for you and see how many of you revolt. Here we go.
But before you do, can I just say that another awesome comment? Yuri should wear that jailhouse stripe shirt when he does karaoke. I just had to point it out again.
He should. Yuri is a regrettable person on the microphone, or just in life in general. Here we go.
Oh yes. Yes.
This is a different sung version of Jumpin' Jack Flash. There's the guy that looks like Hank.
You forgot who that was?
No. Nick Taylor, maybe? I gotta check.
Is it B or Heather who's humming with this? It's Heather. Well, we know where Heather's warehouse is now.
I love the song.
DJ, I'll give you this. Almost every band you've played has incredible drummers.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to listen to it. Mick Taylor was that guy, Hank.
Is that Dennis? No, that wasn't Dennis. Sorry.
All right, guys. There we go. That was the Jumpin' Jack Flash sung differently. The way that he sung the chorus was different. And by the way, if anyone's got to take a biological break, just turn off your camera, your mic, and go. This is a long ass show.
Especially your microphone.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Hank.
Apologies.
You know, in the studio, I mean, this happened all the time. Oh, look at that, Boston Brandy. And it was Mick Taylor replaced, I think what he means to say. He replaced Up Here Green and John Mayall's Blues Breakers. And Mick Taylor replaced Brian Jones in the Stones when he committed suicide. Anyway, Hank, what did you think of that? Was that compelling? Had you heard that version? Another 1%er in terms of Mick Jagger. What were your thoughts?
Well, I mean, you broke us out of rush hour traffic, and we got to put it in overdrive there with Maiden, and then you just jammed us into a school zone there. It's kind of how that felt.
Oh,
but you know,
I'm with you.
Well,
I'm with you.
I mean, for me, I was just not much of a Stones fan. It was just before my time. I don't deny what made them the huge success that they are. But yeah, there you are.
Yeah, Rolling Stones live 1969. A little different way that he sung that, because usually he'd say, and it's all right. In fact, it's a guess. But this time he's like, and it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Jumpin' Jack Flash, it's a gas. What'd you think of that?
I mean, I don't know the song, but yeah, I mean, when I think of the Stones, I think iconic, legendary. That's what comes to mind.
And Mick, did you see him? The energy he has still, and what is he, 80 years old, and he can still get around the stage, still has not an ounce of fat on his body. John, what did you think? What did you think of that?
I'm with Hank. I love you, DJ, but I would take any Kiss song over any,
That's what's up. That's what's
Right.
up.
There you go.
I mean, no Kiss, no
Okay.
I would take half of Bruce Springsteen's stuff, even though I don't align with him, but some of his stuff is, just incredible. Just no Killers. I've had this thing behind me, Mr. Brightside, for a while now. But you're still in the 70s. I get you. You're all right.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, you're stuck in the 70s.
You know what? What's funny is, again, people still listen to those classic Beethoven, Bach, Rachmaninoff songs, and they don't say, "Oh, this sucks. It's old."
Well, we're an hour and a half in. You haven't even done Rush. No Tom Sawyer.
Hey, you got to wait till episode 2. We're only on episode 1. Heather.
Well, as you know, because John told on me, yes, I loved it. I was humming to it. I wanted to grab my microphone and just start singing, No, I love Rolling Stones because several reasons. It makes me want to dance. If the music makes me want to get up and dance, again, that's another check for me. That's a great song, great singer. The energy that he brings. I mean, girls were like, "Oh, he's so hot." No, he's gross looking to me. But that energy of being a front man. He's got, and he's getting the crowd going, and he's got crazy things that don't match, but he doesn't care because he's strutting that stage, and I love it. And just the music, just their sound in general. I love several of their songs, so I don't know.
You know what, Heather? If you wanted to take someone, like, let's say you had like a niece or a daughter or somebody that's like in their teens, and they go, "I heard the Rolling Stones, Mom. Can you like explain to me what that band's about?" If you play that song, everybody will understand that's what the Rolling Stones. That's when you hear the drums and the bass line and Mick singing it the way that he did. That's what I could say. Okay, this is the Rolling Stones. Then they could like it or not like it, but that I thought exemplified what the Rolling Stones are.
Yes, and that, like you said, that heavy bass.
Oh, the bass, yes.
Coming in. I think that's another thing that I like too, is they have that heavy bass coming in, and anyways.
And Charlie Watts, I had a, just real quickly as a quick aside, I had a high school friend, not in the high school Hank was in, the New York high school, that was a drummer. They had a studio in their home. Their parents were musicians. The kids were musicians. And the elder brother, Mark, said, oh, Charlie Watts, like the greatest drummer of all time. So I'm coming from Iron Maiden and all these other bands, right, Hank? Like Motley Crue and Tommy Lee and all these other. And I'm like, how can you say that? This guy must be like, he doesn't know what great drums are. And when I was over in England for those 3 years, I heard Get Off My Cloud. And when I heard Get Off My Cloud, I kind of go, oh, I think I get it. I think I understand now why a drummer, a guy who is not a professional, but like a studio level drummer would say Charlie Watts is the greatest drummer. It's not what he doesn't know. It's what I don't know. So anyway,
Right.
let's get on with this next song. Yeah. Anything to add to that?
Well,
No,
DJ,
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
quickly, DJ,
Yeah.
with the guitarists, you can tell, like, you pick any guitarist from any band, as soon as, and just solo them out, you already know what it's all about. It's kind of like for example, like pick Creedence, okay? As soon as you hear that guitar, you know that's
Yeah. It's
right.
Yeah,
You know that's Creedence, right? You
my
you know
God,
the
yeah.
type. So you played a couple songs ago when you had Maiden. You know what you're in for the minute you hear that first note.
And with that, I think we're gonna do 3 more songs quickly and get out of here. We've been here 2 hours. This is one of the longest Cab episodes in a while. So we're gonna do 3 more songs and then we're gonna be done. Here we go. And the last one, it's gonna be sad. So I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. Here we go.
Thanks.
On tissue.
Open my eyes to a new kind of way. All the good times that you say. Are you feeling? You feeling that way too? Or am I just a fool? When the summer comes, she'll be there, standing by my eyes. Once she's been where she gone to, she should go on from right. Is she feeling? Are you feeling? You're feeling that way too? Am I just a fool? A new road's waiting. You touch my life. Whoa, soft and warm on a summer's night. You're the only one I told you, the only one I love, the lovely one I'm thinking of. When the summer's gone, she'll be there, standing by my eyes. Once she's been the best she's gonna do, she should go on the ride. Is she feeling? Are you feeling? You're feeling that way too. When the summer's gone, she'll be there, standing by my eyes. Once she's been to best she's gone to, she should go on the ride. Is she feeling?
I can't wait to hear Hank's take on this one.
Wow. Wow.
Come on, Hank! Don't let me down!
So-
Don't let me down, Hank!
Don't let me down.
Well, you probably won't like that. I really respect Neil Sean as a guitar player because that dude did find a way to throw some pretty good guitar work into a band that you wouldn't have expected that from. They probably could have got away with not having that almost at all, especially then when they had Greg Rowley in the band. And, you know, it was almost like the Cars, like you had two lead singers. But
It was. I mean, it wasn't cool to like them when we were in high school, but now upon reflection, oh my God, that band is pretty awesome, man.
Hank, I was talking about the song choice.
yeah, he did it again.
He did
it again.
He did.
Hey, I'm not going to call on your show and bag on your song.
You know what, Hank? I was just about to say he's going to call me tomorrow.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna say, when I'm invited on your show, I'm not going to bag on all your shit.
I'm not bagging on
Yes,
it.
you are.
I did not approve that set
I
list.
still love you. And guess what? You never will. So, if I have you on again, you're still not going to get to approve it, nor is anybody else. Hank, so the singing, another 1%er in the world of rock singers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Steve Perry, hands down. Everyone, you have to acknowledge that skill. I mean, you had Steve Smith on drums. That's a drummer's drummer. Neil Sean on guitar. You know, Greg Rowley, who was a big contributor as a songwriter as much as a voice that you recognize with them. And that one, at least, the essence of what made that song good wasn't lost with that 70s, you know, AM radio level of quality that, you know, doesn't really bring out, you know, you hear the studio version of that and the layers of the harmony vocals. I mean, that was a signature thing for Journey.
Man. Bia, what did you think of that? I know you like Journey. I know that many of us may have lost our virginity to Journey, but what this is true. There are millions.
I was born in the 70s, so not quite that.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I like
some.
Journey.
I will play it for you, Cinnamon. I will play that. I'll do one more than I planned on doing for you. I do have a bad company. Go ahead, please, Bia. I'm sorry.
I like Journey, but I don't know that song. So
What
here I
did
go
you think
again.
of it?
But yeah, great voice.
Beautiful, right?
Yeah, beautiful.
I mean, to be able to play that live and be able to harmonize like that and everybody play their instrument in the correct way. You know, again, people that are really good at their instrument and can also sing. John, we already heard your thoughts. Let's go to.
Well, no, I'll be real quick.
ahead.
I love that. Another band that I got to see recently.
Yep.
I hate the fact that I saw him with the new singer and not, with Steve Perry.
course.
So his range was incredible.
He's another 1%er. What did you think, Heather?
Same thing. I mean, Steve Perry, I wasn't familiar with that song, but I do like Journey. But yeah, that was cool seeing him back at that age and him, yeah, that was good. And like Hank said about throwing that guitar in there, because they do the melodies and, they do the softer side of rock, but then to have the guitar come in like that was surprising. But no, I enjoyed it. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Man, okay, I got one right here. Me too. I mean, just to be able to do it and do it live. I mean, to me, it's a requirement, as you could tell. Let me play something for Cinnamon. Cinnamon asked for something, and I'm going to make it happen for him.
Well, I'm walking down this rocky road, wondering where my life is leading, rolling on to the bitter end. I'm finding out along the way what it takes to keep love living. You should know how it feels, my friend. I want you to stay, baby.
you go, guys. You can see Bad Company is not probably the best live band that you're ever going to see. It was a band that was put together by like record company types. I have another one right here. This one right here that I really love. This is I don't know if you guys have heard this one. This one is really about what's his name now? I can't think of his name. Paul
Rogers.
Paul Rogers' voice.
And I don't ask no favor. I don't know the reason why. I don't ask no questions. I don't get no lies.
Here he kind of dials it up.
I see myself in a dream.
This is like campfire music. Sitting around the fire, just having a drink. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah. Yeah.
In the morning blue.
Toasting some s'mores.
I don't need nobody to tell me the reason why. But if you won't say hello, baby, please, baby, don't say goodbye.
Or else you'd see them in some smoky little bar nightclub. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that
The end
kind
of the night.
matches- yeah.
What's that?
You can,
What was that? Heather?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the night, looking
Yeah.
around, going home with who?
Yeah.
without Paul Rogers, there's no Bad Company. I mean, you might as well just take the whole band and just shove them off the stage. But Hank, Bad Company, Paul Rogers, anything.
Yeah.
DJ,
great
did you say
voice.
they were thrown together?
Yes. They were not a band that organically met and decided they were going to play together.
Do you know that there was another band that
What-
a producer
hang on,
did
I'm
that
going
too?
to Hank Holmes.
Oh,
There's
sorry,
a lot
Hank.
of bands that have done that.
Well,
Wow,
no,
that's-
it was a fake band that a producer was pissed off at the real band and said to the real band, I will show you what the people want to hear.
Yeah.
And he made a fake band. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Milli Vanilli? I'm not sure.
No,
Was it
No.
Sweet?
the Archies.
Oh, well, now you're the one who said you don't want to go way back, and now you're talking about the artists.
So, no. So here, I'll give you real quickly. So the Monkees wanted more money. And the producer says, listen, they just want to see you. They don't want to listen to your, like the Monkees wanted to play their own music. And they're like, they don't want to hear your music. They want to hear our music. And there was a huge fight. So the producer created the Archies to show the Monkees, look, they'll listen to what we want. It was a whole fight over money. And that's how the Archies came about.
I'll tell you this. There was a guitar player I met in Cleveland when I worked up there for a year and a half. I don't remember how long I was there. And he was, as far as he was concerned, Mike Nesmith was, he was a guy like you, Hank, that sat there and the guitar was his thing. And Mike Nesmith was the greatest guitar player of all the time. And the Monkees were the greatest band of all time to him. So, who can say?
Yeah.
Bia, back to Bad Company. What did you think of those cuts? Had you heard? Yeah.
I had heard, but you know what? I just realized too, how much everything you've played was all these bands were all male dominated. So whereas now, there's
a lot of female
there's a
bands,
lot
yeah.
of female, but I can't believe how, it just highlighted that fact for me that, how much the bands were all male dominated, and where's the women at?
Yeah, where's Lita Ford?
The genre it was dominated. There was Lita Ford, Pat Benatar. She was really the exception.
Yeah.
And then Joan Jett.
Joan Jett.
Joan Jett.
We can fix that problem.
There you go. You got two women now.
Oh, too amazing. Oh my God.
Even hot. DJ, did you just pick this on the fly?
No, I had it. Queued
Oh,
up.
wow.
Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave. Heartless challenge, pick your path and I'll pray. Wake up in the morning, see your sunrise, loves to go down.
Only 1%er here.
Incredible. Not the cowbell I thought of, but still incredible.
Pick your way, but you never cry out loud. Cry out.
This is like from the jukeboxes when you
Where
put
did she
money in.
make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love. Is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go home.
Or like the jukebox from Papagino's.
Rock on, ancient queen. Follow those who pale in your shadow. Rulers make bad lovers. You better put your kingdom up for sale. Where did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go home. Where did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Now tell me, is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go home. And go home. And go
All right, guys. So be a great call. Great call to get some girl power in there. I have I do have a cut with Warren Haynes. I do have the Allman Brothers at MTV Unplugged seated together playing Midnight Rider, and it is Warren Haynes is there, Dickie Betts is there, obviously Greg Allman, and I can't remember. There's one other player, and obviously they have the two drummers behind him. It's amazing, but we're not going to play that now because we're kind of out of time at this point. So I'm going to finish with one last song, but quickly, Hank, go through. So I want to let you know, I found a Fleetwood Mac cover band that plays that song better than Fleetwood Mac does. But you know what they don't have, guys? Somebody tell me.
Cowbell.
They don't have. John, that was dumb. What don't they have?
What, they don't have Stevie Nicks? What do you want?
They don't have Stevie Nicks. So the singer is really good. The singer is really good, but she's. What are you talking about here, Cinnamon? Derek Trucks is the drummer. Are you trying to be funny over here? Derek Trucks is one of the two drummers of Allman Brothers, along with J-Mo. Hey, we know our rock and roll over here. So, but that was a nice try. Yeah, they didn't have Stevie Nicks, so the song is beautiful. But when it comes to the voice, you don't have that 1% of the 1% power that we just all were. Every one of us was affected when we heard that. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts, Hank? We'll pass it on to B. I want to go around quickly.
Well, Stevie Nicks got a very unique voice. Made it a signature sound of that band. That's another one I was never really much of a fan of. And then Lindsey Buckingham said some of the dumbest shit I ever heard from a guitar player about Eddie Van Halen after he passed. He just didn't get it, and it was very disappointing that he just couldn't understand what made someone like Eddie Van Halen good besides the obvious. So I was just like, yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like this band. I just didn't. I didn't appreciate what he had, what he thought was good for music and for a guitar player.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, but his style though, his picking style without using, just with his fingers is pretty unique. Lindsey Buckingham. No?
It is. I mean, the only other person you could say that does that was like Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, but it's not like it's at the forefront in that band. So maybe that wasn't something that was hooking me either.
Yeah. And Bernie, the original Eagles guitar player was a picker like that. I can't remember his last name, Bernie something. And he got basically kind of booted out of the band when they got Joe Walsh and wanted to rock and roll. What did you think of that cut, Bia? Was that what you were hoping for?
I mean, yeah, beautiful voice, beautiful, so raw in that whatever twang or whatever she has in her voice, like it's beautiful.
That's Oklahoma right there, baby. That's what that is. That is Oklahoma all the way. Johnny.
One name that she's incredible. One name that we didn't mention that should at least be mentioned in the same breath as Stevie Nicks and Lita Ford. And some people are going to disagree, but the test of time, Cher. She was 70s, 80s, 90s.
Great
so,
singer.
I mean, yeah, she was all genre. She was everything. Rock, you name it. She was everything.
She is a great performer. Can't deny that. Heather, what did you think of that? Did that it seemed like that touched you when that came on?
No, I enjoyed it. I've seen the title, but I was not familiar with that one, even though I like Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. But I don't know, it just put me like in a trance, kind of, just kind of vibe, that vibe, and just, I mean, was it like rock out and woohoo? And no, but it was just kind of vibe, and I was just, I don't know, just,
that same Smoky Bar. Same Smoky Bar.
Yeah. There's 100,000
dive bar.
There's 100,000 other girls in Oklahoma that wish they could sing like her.
Oh,
they
yeah.
could capture an audience. It's the 1% of the 1%. These people, we don't know what it is that they have, but they just have something that we can't take our eyes off of. And
Right.
sometimes that's a male singing like Steve Perry or Elton John, or it's her, someone like Stevie, or even when Christine McVie would sing Songbird, you just like your whole body wants to just melt. All right, here's the last cut we're going to do tonight. So let's see.
Here comes
let's see how
Lulu.
this goes.
We're getting Lulu, aren't we?
Let's see what we can do here.
That's not Lulu.
We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for life, and we're on our way. With love, so many we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow.
And yes, we've just begun.
Sharing horizons that are new to us. Watching the signs along the way. Talking it over, just the two of us. Working together, together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun.
All right, folks. That was meant to be a tearjerker. As far as I know, she is without equal as a female singer after her death by bulimia in the very early 80s. It might have been 83, but Hank, I know you're not a fan of this kind of music. As Thomas T says, no auto-tune. Yeah, I heard a professional vocalist that took this as a degree, review Karen Carpenter the other day on YouTube, and they said she's just flawless. I mean, areas where she takes a breath, where she carries and doesn't take a breath, and that her technique is flawless. But Hank, your thoughts on another artist?
Well, she's got the signature voice. She deserves that. As far as the material, I got nothing.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I'm
that's
not-
the
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
not
opposite
expecting you
of yeah. That's
I'm not expecting you to like the music, but as an artist, what are you seeing there?
well, like I said, I can appreciate the talent of her voice. The material just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Bia, what did you hear? Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard that song. I think I'm going to copy what Detective Mullen said. Like, it's a storytelling. Like that's like you feel it. Yeah, beautiful and beautiful voice.
Yeah. John, what did you think of Karen Carpenter and a live rendition of that song?
Two quick things. First one is it bad I knew all the words to that? I muted my mic and I sang along.
Yeah.
All right. And then two, Cinnamon, 100% accurate. She was an amazing drummer. There are old YouTube videos of her drumming. They brought a drum set. I think it was Ed Sullivan. I can't remember the show.
I could have played those. Yeah.
She was an amazing talent. But that wasn't rock and roll to me. Once again, I mean, you told me you were bringing us on for rock. That wasn't rock. Sorry, DJ. I love you.
Maybe it's not.
That's not how you end a set. I'll tell you that.
I know.
It's a seminal. It's a seminal talent.
No encore
that
there.
Defies any genre. I mean, it's kind of like the way that Brits and the way that the Queen knighted like the Beatles. They're not like a heavy rock band, but of any genre, they just defy any boundary because they were that great. But Heather, what were your thoughts?
I think she has a beautiful voice, but not a big fan of the Carpenters. And I was so focused thinking about her eating disorder. That's all I knew when I would grow up about Karen Carpenter was her eating disorder. So I didn't know that much about her. So that was cool to learn that she was a drummer. That would be something I would go and probably look up this weekend to check it out, because I would love to have heard her sing some kind of like really rock, type song. Because her voice, I could tell, had a lot of range, and it was, very talented. I would like to have heard some different material from her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they
Crazy.
have
Yeah.
anything. But for this is one that I was.
I mean, you put the Carpenters in the same genre as like the Osmonds.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody from the Osmonds that had the talent that they had.
No, but I'm saying it's like the same. You know, if you think of them,
Doing
you're
my
thinking of the
Bugs
Osmonds.
podcast. Sorry.
All right, since you guys didn't want to go out on a low note, here you go.
Haven't seen you in quite a while. I was down the hole just killing time. Last time we met was a low-lit room. We were as close together as a bride and a groom. Took a name, took a wine. Everybody having a good time. Said you were talking about the end of the world. I took the money, I sent you to. You miss too much these days. It gets tough to think. You turn me on with those innocent eyes. You know I love the elements of surprise. In the garden, I was playing the guitar. You kissed my lips, broke my heart. You were acting like it's the end of the world. In my dream, I was drowning in my sorrows. My sorrows, they learned to swim. Surrounding me, going down on me, spilling over the brim. Waves of regret, waves of joy. I reached out to the one I tried to destroy. You said you'd wait till the end of the world. The end of the world.
Well, Oh, let me turn this down. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. That was it. That was the last cut. You guys wanted to go out on a high note. We will do that. Hank, start us off.
Well, that's what U2 is good at. That was a good sample for them, and it wasn't lost the dynamics so much with a live version for when that was, as opposed to something from the '70s. But yeah, that was a good representation of what they're capable of.
Yeah, the Edge, a little bit of a different sound than some of the other songs.
Yeah, definitely seeing him play that Les Paul. It's pretty rare for him.
Yeah, and it looks like Cinnamon and Thomas T are guitar players, so they were talking about the kit, the amps, the guitar. So you got some fellow guitar players here. Bia, U2's The End of the World, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance.
Yeah, beautiful voice, great band. And did anybody catch the beautiful Catherine Zeta-Jones that he
Yes.
hugged? Oh my
Yes.
God, I was like, oh my God. Anyways,
Her boyfriend, he's getting all close, Bono. All right, Johnny.
Thank you for putting up with me for the last 2 hours.
We love you, Johnny.
I was trying to be on my best behavior, especially because I got Heather Honey right next to me, and so I'm smitten with this lady right next to me, and I am all in. I am all in on the disco night whenever you have that show.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I did not appreciate the Bee Gees. I thought the Bee Gees were.
Come on.
I'm telling you, I did.
As a band or as writers?
Yes.
Well, let me just say this. I did not appreciate their talent in the late 70s and early 80s. Now I totally appreciate their talent because we evolved.
Not just the disco. The Bee Gees weren't just disco.
No, they were awesome. Oh, sweet Marshall. Yeah, I think that we got the guitar players here. What do you want to say about that cut? And no, John, I'm fine. What did you think of that cut, John?
Oh, I thought we moved on to Heather. I'm more for the upbeat stuff. I mean, yeah, I love they're a
Brilliant
great
commentary.
band. They're a great band. They're a great band. I mean, when I think of U2, obviously I think of the Patriots, the Super Bowl, the names of the people from 9/11 coming down the screen as U2 play. I mean, that's what comes to my mind when I think of U2.
Heather, what did you think of that cut? Had you heard it?
I haven't heard that cut. I saw U2 in concert in Birmingham in the 90s. And so something like that, though, I don't know. Again, my taste, I love Mysterious Ways.
Oh, yeah.
And something like where he was trying to get the crowd going, I felt like, maybe it could have been a little more upbeat because, again, it was like a chill session for me. But no, love U2. Love them.
Yeah, that was. I love that cut. I mean, they rocked out in a way that there's only a certain amount of songs they do that. But anyway, I got to get you guys out of here. This is one of the longest cab shows we've done, 2 hours, 36 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. We will do another one. I will choose cuts that I think more align with what you guys want to talk about. And we're going to do the damn thing a second time.
We've only just begun.
We've only just begun.
Even
flow comes around like butter. Okay. Just thank you, Detective Mullins. I appreciate you, Rocker Chick, Cinnamon, Thomas T, all you guys that have hung in there with us.
And Lulu Bell.
Yes.
Lulu Bell.
And Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And as Cinnamon says, the heart of rock and roll is still beating in Cleveland. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Johnny,
DJ, I got homework for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to YouTube Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
Staying Alive.
Staying Alive?
Yes,
Okay,
live.
will do.
No, get a load of this.
I will.
He does it live with, I think it's Flea.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm down
my.
for that, man. I like the
Yeah.
voice.
Check
That sounds
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
I Flea, man, with no shirt playing the bass.
Was Flea the one from? It was Flea from.
The Chili
Yeah.
Peppers.
Chili Peppers.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I got it right. Yeah. You gotta love it.
Johnny, we'll see you tomorrow night. Canton Chronicle. Do you want to talk
Yep.
about what you're doing tomorrow night, or no?
No, but I should have my song ready to go by tomorrow. I'm working on a new song. A lot of people aren't gonna like it.
I love it. Thank you, Hank. I appreciate you. Boston Bia, my co-host. Heather Honey from Alabama. And,
Heather was nice sitting next to you.
It was nice sitting next to you. Thank you for
John-
Oh my
being a
God,
gentleman.
you gotta have her on more. If DJ, you gotta have her on more often.
I gotta have her more on. All right,
Yeah,
John.
more on often.
On more often, yes.
Yes.
Heather's
voice.
awesome. She really
Yeah.
is just a wonderful person.
Y'all
thank
come
you
back
all.
and hear us now.
On behalf
And make
of,
sure you give Heather's channel too.
Facts
Opinions and real talk.
and Real Talk.
Yes.
YouTube channel with Heather Honey. # free FKR and other true crime stuff. Retired
Yes.
school teacher. Come get some.